Hi, Darius. John O'Connor from the Richmond paper. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, John.
Can you talk about the left side of Richmond's defensive line? You and Kobe today really seem to have a big impact. I wonder if there's anything coming into this game that suggested that might be the case.
I'm glad you asked that first question too, because I love playing football with Kobe Turner. He's also my sweet mate. We talk football all the time. I haven't seen anyone or come across anyone who loves football as much as Kobe does. I think it shows in practice. It shows in the field. It shows in the conversations that we have. And yeah, I feel extremely confident when he's on my side. And the other D tackles as well. We've always been very solid at the defensive tackle position. I'm sure you've noticed that. Maurice Jackson playing it before he moved to end. Andrew Clyde, all kinds of different guys. Winston Craig, like there's always been great defensive tackles here. So it's a privilege to be lining up with them. They make things a lot easier.
The tone seemed to be set early, particularly on third downs. Richmond got off the field on a regular basis in the first half. Can you speak to that point and holding Elon without third down conversions there while the Spiders were taking control of the game?
Yeah, and I think, again, has a lot to do with Kobe Turner. Has a lot to do with the other defensive end, Caleb Brooks, Aiden Murray, the other defensive tackle, and Ray Eldridge. But even on the back end, man, we're a very competitive group. We love being in tough situations. We take everything head on, like even the goal line stops, messed up opportunities, whatever it be, a turnover. We love getting back on the field, staying level-headed and competing. I think those are great opportunities that we want to put ourselves in, not put ourselves in, but do well in when they arise here early on throughout the season, and expect the same results later on in the playoffs, later on in the rest of the season, every game we play, pretty much.
Darius, did this game remind you of 2 weeks ago? The score was similar. Did it remind you of that game or much different?
I think much different. I think, 2 weeks ago, that game is so far out of my head, honestly. To be completely honest with you. I mean, we went into practice this week, not really dwelling on that past game, but just lining up again, practicing a lot of plays, practicing really hard. Like we've never seen this team before. And I think we definitely played a different team. Like we played, I guess, man, they ran a lot of stuff they didn't run the last time. So it wasn't really familiar. That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you, Darius. Appreciate the help.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Darius, Sean Robertson with CBS 6 here in town. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it seemed like you guys were flying around the ball, especially on the defensive end early on. Was that part because you had that week off and you guys, I guess, were chomping at the bit, ready to hit somebody in a different color uniform?
Yeah, I think so. That might have played into a little bit. We also, I'm thinking of Malik, number 25. I saw him today. I'm thinking I'm about to make a tackle, chasing on the perimeter. Malik flies in and smacks the guy. But I think that's our intensity. That's how we try to play, swarm the football, attack the football wherever it is. Yeah, the week off was good for our body, but we definitely miss playing football on the weekends. It's short season, not many games come by. We love it.
And looking ahead to next Saturday, you got the date with number 1 JMU at home. Early thoughts about that one?
We're really excited.
Enough said?
Enough said.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach Huesman, John O'Connor from the Richmond paper here. I wonder if you could talk about the left side of your defensive line and the impact that Kobe Turner and Darius Reynolds had on that game.
Well, Kobe switches left and right. So it's like that old, the movie, left side, right side. Kobe's not always on the left side, but to answer your question, those two guys are playing really well at a high level and they're so excited, the things that they can do. We're playing the run game really well with our front four, and we're rushing the passer when it's time to rush the passer. And we're so happy that Darius is back, healthy, playing like he did a couple years ago. Really thrilled with him and what he's doing. But I think all those guys up front are doing a great job.
Could you extend it to the linebacker and talk about Wheeler's game? Obviously, you put him on some special teams too, and he's making tackles everywhere.
Yeah, I guess he had 4 tackles on kickoff cover today. You know, and the bottom line is none of this is rocket science. If you put a good guy out there and run him down, he's normally going to make the play. And Wheeler is just such a great football player. He has a knack, and can play. He actually, the one holding call they had, they held him, almost drug him to the ground. He still made the tackle on that one. He got mad at me because we were kicking the opposite way on him, and they brought it back to the field. He made the play again. So he's doing a great job on defense and on special teams, buying in big time. He's a great kid.
Could you update us on the, it looked like ankles for both Dykes and Henley. Don't know if that's something that Spiders supporters should be concerned about moving forward or not.
I think Leroy just kind of got hit on the lower part of his leg, probably a contusion. He'll be fine. Aaron you probably saw he twisted his ankle earlier in the game, and they taped him back up, and I think he re-aggravated and twisted it. You know, on the when he came out finally, and they weren't going to put him back in. So we're hoping it's just a, you know, mild sprain. We'll see as we move forward here.
You went in worrying about flea flickers, double reverses, fake punts, and a desperate team might be thinking about doing that sort of thing. Well, they did. Could you address those 2 fake punts, and obviously it set them up for points both times?
Yeah, on the last one, I'm an idiot. You know, I was going to go punt safe on that one, have our big bodies in there with our linebackers, and then I thought it's 4th and 25 or something. I mean, it was 4th and long on their own, whatever. I thought, no way. We were actually in some sort of a little bit of a safe look too, where we had 2 guys that should have been off the ball there. I'm not sure if the other guy came out or not, but realistically, the guys we probably had on there probably couldn't have got that big dude on the ground anyway. So that's totally 100% on me. I should have been in punt safe on that one, but I wasn't. And so I'm not blaming anybody but myself.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach Sean Robertson, CBS 6 here in town.
Hey, Sean, I see you up there. How you doing, man?
Good to see you virtually.
Yep.
What were you guys able to do during that bye week that you weren't expecting? Because it just seemed like early on the guys were flying around, especially on the defensive side.
Well, I mean, we've been playing really good defense. Other than probably 4 plays that were big plays, 3 pass plays that should have never happened. We got to be better in the secondary and eliminate those plays. But, you know, you take those 3 plays away, and then the 1 long run at Elon, we've played really good defense. You know, we missed a few tackles today that kind of helped them keep drives alive, but we got good players, and we're playing 3 tackles. I think we played 4 ends today, 3 linebackers. And then in the secondary, you know, we played probably 7 guys there too. So, you know, we got a lot of players there that can rest people and get meaningful snaps and, you know, feel good about what our defensive coaches are doing right now.
And what do you like about Josiah Williams to this point? I know I want to say the second quarter, he had a couple of key catches for you guys that resulted in the field goal late in the second quarter. What has he shown you to this point right now?
Well, he's shown me that this stage is not too big. Sometimes you got a freshman and the stage is big and they don't do the things that you kind of think they can do. This stage is not even close to being too big for that kid. He's a tremendous player. I said it from day one. I thought he was going to be a tremendous player here. He came in, you know, a pretty polished product from high school. They did a great job with him down there. He was the one that caught the onside kick. He got the onside kick there at the end there. And that was the one we didn't get last year with a 5th-year senior. He's a true freshman, come in there and make a play. And I'm sure he asked me in practice I think maybe one he caught during practice and took off running, and the coaches got mad at him. And he asked me if he could take off running on that thing. And I told him no. And you can see he started to, and then went down. I don't know, maybe somebody got him or not, but he's that type of guy. He's got guts. He plays hard. He practices hard. Just tremendous future for him.
Hey, Coach Huesman, you suggested during the week that perhaps this was the game to start opening it up a little bit. Obviously, you had been depending on your running game and sustained drives previously. How do you think that went in terms of throwing the ball, especially in the second quarter when you got it going pretty good in the air?
Yeah, I mean, that first touchdown pass to Dykes was beautiful. It was set up great. Our coaches did a tremendous job of seeing something there to get him open. Joe put it on him. Actually, Joe put the ball on people all day long. You got to give Elon credit. They made some plays and got balls out, but Joe put it on him pretty good. Bo, I guess he came in through one, put it right on the guy. So, we want to be balanced. If we have, I think we had 450 yards. If we have 250 rush and 200 passing, I'll take that all day long, churning clock.